Hi, Aries. It's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. I'm here to give you your first proofread for the month of February. I'm not wearing red, but I am giving you very much Aquarius vibe here with the Elevate shirt and the 7 chakras here. You know, very much like the Star card. Anyway, Aries, let me go ahead and get into your reading. This is so crazy. We had a winter storm in New York yesterday, and it's kind of still snowing a little bit right now. There's snow everywhere outside. I haven't been outside in like a day. Oh, the lady, I need to get out. Okay, so you need to just kind of like be very mindful of a creative process right now that needs time. And also, where are you seeking inspiration? Are you seeking inspiration in the right places? You know, you are your best source of inspiration. You know, and are you starting to formulate a new language? You know, what is the narrative? What are you talking about right now? What's important? You know, what's most on your mind? That type of thing. If something's constantly on your mind, then you need to tend to that thing that's constantly on your mind. You know? And this could be like waiting for someone to make the decision for you. You know, are you attracting something? Are you trying to attract something? And when you do attract that thing, are you able to recognize that thing that you have attracted as your own? You know what I mean? Where's the opportunity in being able to attract things? Right? If that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to create an opportunity for yourself, then make that opportunity possible. You know, it's talking about opportunity becoming tangible, right? Opportunities that lead to tangibility. Another card that fell out is the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is trying to relate to something that no longer needs you anymore, and you no longer need it. You know, so you're trying to nurture a situation that no longer needs that from you. Or you're trying to, you know, feed something that no longer needs it from you. You know what I mean? Maybe it's time for you to accept, you know, that something is, you know, it's also taking on more responsibilities too, right? Are you ready to take on more responsibilities? That's what this is asking you, you know? And with the lady coming out, the Empress, that's, you know, that's beauty, that's love, that's like I said, creation, and it's like the life force that lives within, the creativity that lives within, you know what I mean? Also, how are you telling your story with the 7 of Cups here? You know, the 7 of Cups is like being emotionally attached to an experience that you need to move on from. You know what I mean? You need to be willing to let something go emotionally, or you need to be willing to kind of like, you know, you're relating to something that you saw as like a resource of energy and love that you can't have right now in this moment, or that you don't have anymore. It's asking you to look at what you do have, look at what is possible instead of looking at what isn't possible. You know what I mean? Yes, with the Sun card here. Definitely asking you to see yourself as a source of light. See yourself as, you know, the abundant, thriving being that you are. You know what I mean? You can attract whatever it is that you need and whatever it is that you want. And you can go many places as well. The Sun card is like growth, it's opportunity, it's not feeling restricted, it's anything being possible with the Sun card. And that's what the Sun card wants you to remember, that anything is possible. Now, with anything being possible does come some responsibilities with those possibilities, right? With gains come responsibilities, more money, more problems. You know what I mean? And if something is being added to your life to accentuate it or to enhance it, then you're going to have a responsibility to keep that thing up. You know what I mean? It's talking about something, the maintenance of something being kept up, if that is in fact how you want to live and what you want to be and how you want your reality to, you know, I don't know, to be, right? It's work and fun, work and play. That type of thing. The Sun card is making your job fun and making your responsibilities fun. You know what I mean? the Lady and the Sun card and the Seven of Cups all kind of like speak to a sense of boredom being relieved. You know, you need to keep something interesting with the Lady card being here, the Empress being here, and the Sun card. Keep it interesting. Oh, God. Keep it interesting. I almost burned my card. Burned an air card reading you. God. The Page of Swords. So this talks about not being restricted in your inspiration. You know? It's like you also need to narrow something down with the Princess of Swords being here. Narrow something down. You know what I mean? The Princess of Swords is like, you know, using your intelligence to narrow something down. Using your logic to narrow something down. The Princess of Swords is ruled by Saturn. It's ruled by the World card. You know what I mean? So we're actually trying to, it's like bringing ideas into form, right? Yes, it's a good idea, but is it worthwhile? Yes, it's a good idea, but is it actually going to fit into my lifestyle? Yes, it's a good idea, but am I going to enjoy the responsibility that comes with that thing, that idea, right? Or comes with that, with going this place or doing this thing, you know, or changing this job, right? Some of you need just a change of scenery. Not all of you, Aries, but some of you need a change of scenery that's going to take you out of this mode of like lamenting over something. Right? Be creative. It's going to take you out of that. Because the Seven of Cups is like you keep going back to something that you think is going to make the experience better for you, but it's not. You're still going to be looking for something to satisfy you, to satisfy some emotional need. You know, you can't force something. You can't force yourself to relate to something. You know, you can't rely on something making it better for you if it's been shown to you time and time again that it's not that thing that's actually going to make it better for you. It's healing from the experience that's going to make it better to you. There's better for you. There's nothing that you're going to bring in. You know what I mean? That's why the Sun card is here. That's why the Lady card is here. You know, that's the Sun and that's Venus. And those are inner planets. So it's talking about you, your inner world. It's something about you that you need to see, that you need to acknowledge, that you need to take responsibility for, and not give something else the responsibility that you need to take on to accept something or to heal from something. Whatever that is. I don't know what I'm saying right now, and I don't know why I'm saying it, but that's what's coming out. Let's look at the other card. The Queen of Wands. That's your energy. You know, it's cardinal fire. So it's talking about what are we doing? What are we, you know, how are we staying busy? You know, what is our inspiration? You know? Are you paying attention to what it is that you're doing? You know? Are you really living in the moment right now? Or are you living in the future? That lower vibrational energy of wanting something, right? Needing something, yearning for something, right? That passionate drive that you have, persistence, that directness, right? And it's future oriented because this Queen of Wands is related to the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is talking about waiting for something to come in, you know? But instead of waiting for something to come in, are you looking at what's going on in this moment? Are you taking advantage of this moment? Or are you trying to enhance a moment that never came or that hasn't come yet? You know what I mean? Let's look at the other side. Two of Cups, Nine of Wands, Cernunos. Okay, so let's get into this. The Two of Cups is talking about relating emotionally. It's also talking about emotional balance and emotional harmony that can be achieved through, you know, healthy contemplation. Healthy, creative, you know, ventures, right? Doing things, right? You know, it's also music, you know, that type of thing. What's going to actually enhance your mood right now? If you feel like you're bored, if you're emotionally bored with what your experience is providing you with right now, right? That could even be sexually. Two of Cups, some of you could be sexually bored. The Seven of Cups is here as well. Because both the 2 and the 7 are talking about relative experiences. Or an experience that you're relating to. that seems intimidating, or it seems like it is uncomfortable in some kind of way, shape, or form. The Nine of Wands is kind of like, that's the moon and Sag, right? So it's like healing from an experience, So some of you are like physically, literally healing from something that happened that you had to do surgically, perhaps, that you are not able to like be sexually active yet, maybe, perhaps. Some of you could just be healing from some kind of emotional experience that affected the sex in the relationship. Some of you are just getting bored and you want to experience new things, right? That's what that Nine of Wands is also talking about, right? I want to experience something new now, right? And it's kind of like, the Nine of Wands is also saying that some of you got out of a bad situation. You know what I mean? You kind of like got out of it unscathed or something like that. The Nine of Wands is related to the Hermit. Okay, so it's talking about what you learned from an experience that you don't want to have to go through again in a relationship, something like that. So it's time to kind of like create some new experiences. There needs to be a sense of transformation in this relationship. Relationships can transform too, just like people can. They can transform in a way that might be on a like negative part of the scale, or it could be on like a positive or a scale of 0. You know what I mean? 0 is great. Sir Nunos is here talking about your habitual attachments, what you might have a habit of saying, what you might have a habit of thinking, where you have a habit of being lazy, or where you may feel like restricted, obstacles, what are the obstacles that are in the way, right? Really though, what are the obstacles that are in the way? It could be behavior, it could be ways of thinking, like I said before, and also eating habits. That could be something that needs to change, right? You may not want to challenge your eating habits, or you may be feeling like you want to change those things, right? So something that you want to kind of like work towards, give yourself some kind of goal to work towards and try to achieve that. Start small and work your way up. You know what I mean? Whatever that is, start small. I'm not saying go like extreme and eat small. I'm just saying start small so that it seems like you can actually, work your way up to something, right? Ease your way into something. Also, whatever you're being lazy about doing, you need to get to it, right? And you need to just work on it a little bit every day. Work on it a little bit every day. Work on your body a little bit every day, This could also be like reading a little bit every day, or bringing a little bit more consideration into your diet, but also what you take in on a mentally, right? Psychologically and physically, both of those, because you're feeding your brain, with news and information. Some of you need to like, just, wake up your inspiration. You need to awaken your inspiration, right? And see where the meaning lies in some of the experiences that you're going through. And some of you need to take time to inform yourself of certain things that you don't really know much about, like Black history. Just type it in, Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram, it's Providence Tarot. If you want to get a personal reading, email providencetarotkendrick@gmail.com. My personal account on IG is NYC Kendrick. Make a wish. Bye.